What exactly are fixtures? What's going on, ladies and gents in Cyberland? Coming back to with another educational video. And this time we're going to focus on another thing that we kind of went back over in regards to real property, but fixtures. So when I mentioned real property and how I said certain things are attached to the property, those are pretty much fixtures. And what are fixtures? Fixtures are the more nitty gritty is a ceiling fan, a toilet, cabinets, kitchen floor, the floors, the walls. Those are fixtures. Now, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth in regards to, as I said, with real property, if you stay on the contract, you're going to remove these things. That can be done. However, there is a little bit of a situation where the owners have seen the fixtures that are being, the buyers have seen the fixtures that are going to be removed, and these people happen to know what they're doing. Like, they really know things about value. They've been buying properties, and they know all that stuff. That could be a problem for you as a seller. The reason why is because, let's say that fixture is a chandelier that is not a typical chandelier. That chandelier was built in another country, and it's valued at a high price. And I've come across some chandeliers that you can't just walk out the door with those things. For example, this chandelier was built by a certain person. It's been inspected. It's appraised at $2,000. And it actually adds value to the home. Now, before I said, if it's written in the contract that you're going to walk out the door with it when you sell the home, yeah, that can be agreed upon. However, that chandelier, for this example, takes away from the value of the property. You'd be like, well, you can get another chandelier. But that chandelier specifically adds value to the property. This is where it can become a problem. Now, will most homeowners know that? No. But these are things, and I'm not saying this to be like out of sight, out of mind. Well, if they don't know, don't tell them. Yeah, I mean, they got to investigate. The buyers have to investigate for their own purposes. That's their job. That's not you. But at the same time, if these are buyers who know all the rules and clauses, they know everything to the T, that can be an issue for selling the property. And if it doesn't go through to sell the property because of that, that's going to rear its ugly head. Because just so you know, whenever there's a contract to purchase property, it normally has to be stated of why the escrow didn't go through, like what happened in regards to during the inspection or the appraisal. There was something found, and that caused the escrow to fall out. It doesn't always have to be, well, the buyers changed their mind or the loan didn't go through. Yeah, that can happen. But if there's something in the appraisal that says there's an issue, that information has to be disclosed to the new buyers. And if the new buyers find that information and see that, it's going to be a problem. So that's another thing that you have to consider with fixtures. The same thing can be said for a toilet. You're thinking, well, toilet's only used to go to the bathroom. How could it be worth money? What if the toilet happens to be a bidet, and it's one of those high echelon bidets, and you don't want to part with it? And then you have bidets in every part of the house. That could possibly add value to the home to where that can also be an issue. You're still thinking it's a toilet. Doesn't matter. Certain fixtures can add value to the home to where they cannot be removed, or they take away value from the home. And it can be tricky. It doesn't. It's not always, something in the bathroom. For example, the kitchen. Let's say the countertop is attached, but now it's being removed because the owners want to take it with them, the sellers. But that countertop had added value to the home when the appraisal was done. That's a problem. I know it's stated in the contract that it's being removed, but if it can be proven that the fixture is going to remove value from the home, then there could actually be a situation to where the sellers cannot remove it if it can be proven. Now, don't get me wrong. A window, nobody's going to remove a window. There might be somebody out there. I never say never. But again, when you're selling a home, you got to pick and choose your battles. And you also have to keep in mind when you upgrade your home, when you put things into your home, the things that are attached to the home, that's supposed to be for your enjoyment. But keep in mind, if you ever decide to sell it, you can't always just part with it just because it has sentimental value. That's something you have to keep in mind. And the normal homeowner, because I don't want to say the normal homeowner, that's not something you're going to think about, but it can arise. It doesn't happen on a regular basis, but there can be some things that you did to the home that made it pop or made it be worth more than what it should because you added those things. And like I said in one of my other videos, when you have a retrospective appraisal done, they can see that. If you, let's say you move into a home, you already had an appraisal done, and you added some things that are attached fixtures to the home that made it go up in value, your appraisal will tell you that, and you would know that. So it's one of those things of you gotta be very cautious how you want to tread with your property and stuff, and how you want to upgrade it, and what are you willing to let go of, because those fixtures add value to the home that you are selling. You don't own it anymore. You have now decided to sell it. You can't be that type of person like, well, I'm going to take all the value out of the home and leave nothing to the new buyers. You can't do that. You can try. But what does that say about you? And let's say the home now, it's a $2 million home, and you sold it, and you're fighting over the chandelier. Really? I know there's got to be at least one person out here that would do that. I get it. But these are things you got to consider. If you're getting a good amount of money from the selling of this home and moving into something even better, do you really want to take it this far? Because these people now know what this house has and the amenities and the fixtures. Do you really want to fight over this stuff? Now, don't get me wrong. Let's say that chandelier, for example, was crafted by your parents or something. Then just tell the owners that, or tell the just tell the buyers that, and tell them, look, this isn't about value. I mean, I'll give you, there's ways where you can navigate to where we can work. You can negotiate, but just tell them the truth. Like, look, this isn't about the money. This chandelier has been in my family for hundreds of years. That's the only reason why I'm trying to keep it. It's not about the money. It's a family heirloom. That's understandable. And here's the thing. If you wholeheartedly feel that way, some agents have told me, and as I've seen, then before you put the house on the market, remove it. Don't even have it there. Because when the pictures are taken, the video is taken, the marketing for the home, you have it completely removed, then nobody's going to know about it except you. Because again, if you have an appraisal done, that's just for your appraisal, your benefit, not because you're selling the home or anything, you don't have to disclose that. The only time that the appraisal is going to have to be disclosed is when there's an escrow and it doesn't work, something happens. Then any information you are given, it has to be disclosed. So I'm not saying you need to be sneaky, but what I'm saying is, if you're trying to protect your interest and what you've worked for when you're selling a property, keep that in mind. If you don't want the home, if you don't want to part with the ceiling fans that you feel are certain value to you, or if you don't want to part with the countertop and stuff, or you want to take those things with you, then take them out and have something installed that's different. And then nobody needs to know that you had it removed and why. You could just say we upgraded it. And you got your countertop still and you can put it somewhere else. There's ways to get around these things if you really don't want to deal with headaches. But you got to be smart when you're doing that. You can't have video marketing done on these things and now now that the home's on the market, you now want to change your mind. Like, unless you take the home back off the market and redo everything, if the house shows pictures of the chandelier and people have seen the chandelier in the kitchen or the bidets or whatever you've done that are attached to the home, and you don't want to sell the home with those things, well, then you see what I'm saying? You have to remove that information. You have to wipe it clean. Otherwise, it has to be sold with the home. Anyway, fixtures are very interesting things. So anyway, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.